Happy Friday, Santa Clarita. Good morning and welcome in. You are listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. This is SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. I am your host, Matt Watson. It is a little wet out there this Friday morning, so give yourselves an extra couple of minutes because folks are slowing down as they should. Just a little drizzly out there on the roads here in the valley, so take it easy. It's Friday. Your boss will understand if you're a few minutes late to work. You're good. But so welcome in. This is our show, Eye on the Valley. It is brought to you by SCVi and iLead Schools. We are a network of free public charter schools with campuses in Castaic, Agua Dulce, Lancaster. We've got a fully accredited online school. We've got an amazing home study program that you're going to hear a lot about today. It is called iLead Exploration. But for information on any of our schools, whether they're classroom-based schools, because we got plenty of those, or a virtual school, hybrid, we've got everything that your child needs regardless of what their learning style and needs are. Check us out at iLeadschools.org while you're listening and find the perfect school for your kids. That's iLeadschools.org. So head on over there. Take a look, and we will get into our show. So, like we said, we keep our eye on education here in Santa Clarita and across the nation, helping you understand how to route your children to the best, top-quality education here in Southern California. But like the show says, we like to keep our eye on the valley as well, bringing you everything you need to know about what's what here in the valley. And then we also spice it up with a little goofing, a little giggling, little playing around, because, if you're not playing around while you're doing it, you probably don't need to be doing it, right? Let's have fun no matter what we're doing. Okay, Watson, enough with the blah blahs. Let's get to the show, because we've got a great one for you, but it is jam-packed. Coming up here in hour number one, we've got the director of iLead Exploration. She is Julia Kim. She's absolutely amazing, and she leads an incredibly dynamic team. That is the home study program that I was telling you about, iLead Exploration, and so we'll talk to Julia in just a minute. Then at the end of hour number one, here in about a half an hour, 40 minutes, we will continue with our next episode of College and Career Corner. Yeah, if you recall, every month or so, we have a member of our counseling staff come in and talk about what your high schoolers should be doing this year, regardless of what year they're in. And we dip down even into junior high school because that's about the time you should be starting to do your stuff to get them ready for college or for career, whichever way they are headed. So, today we've got Kathy Rosenast. She's a veteran educator and counselor who built an amazing career with the William S. Hart High School District before coming to iLead, where she is our lead academic counselor. And so we'll talk to Kathy all about what your freshmen should be doing, what your sophomore should be doing, what your senior and junior should be doing in order to get them ready for college, whether they're enrolled in one of our schools or not. And then in hour number two, that's not all. We've got an amazing young leader who I met earlier this week. Danyelle Sanders is on the board of directors for Circle of Hope, providing relief to cancer victims. They've got an amazing event that they'd like to invite you to. And Danyelle has got just amazing energy. She's going to be a lot of fun. And in fact, I think we're going to ask Danyelle if she's willing to stick around and play trivia with Big T, because, she's a little saucy. I think she can give Big T a run for his money, so that'll be fun. That's right. Y'all remember Big T, my big brother. He comes in at the end of the show with jokes and fun facts and trivia and all kinds of things. So this is going to be great. It's going to be a great show. Like I said, it's jam-packed. So let's go ahead and get it started. My first guest this morning is the leader of iLead Exploration. Julia Kim is excited to serve iLead families by supporting their unique paths to learning through an independent study/home study program. Her own adventures in homeschooling her kids have led her to experience the value of embracing learning in all of its shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. She feels blessed to come alongside families and work together to support their educational goals and philosophies. Julia has held several roles here with iLead Exploration, and under her leadership, they've become the preeminent home study program in Southern California, seeing their learners start their own businesses before they even graduate, go on to attend some of the elite colleges and universities in the country. They're doing amazing work. Julia, welcome back to Eye on the Valley.
Good morning, Matt. Thanks for having me.
It's always good to talk to you, Julia. And one of the things I enjoy hearing about, we'll get into your school and all the incredible things that you're doing to customize learning for your learners. But I always love hearing about your career arc. I alluded to it a little bit before. You've had a kind of an interesting journey. Can you share briefly about your career, both before iLead and then during the time that you've been with us?
Oh, well, that education journey, actually, love to share with our high schoolers because it began in the college years. I'm one of those people who didn't really know what I wanted to do. And when I was in college, I went to Berkeley and they offered these like one-off single unit classes per semester. I mean, they were bizarre. They were ones that were studying rap lyrics, right? Because we're talking about UC
Nice.
Berkeley here. So they were some really interesting single unit opportunities. And I picked one where we worked at the local high school. So that was Berkeley High School.
Okay.
And I literally did it because I thought it'd be interesting. And that was the very unexpected start of my, what is this? It was so different than my own educational experience that, no joke, a year and a half later, I looked into Teach for, before I was going to graduate, I looked into Teach for America.
Oh,
And, I thought this opportunity, even just this single unit course gave me, it was such a different experience and in how schools are offered in different ways. And so I ended up teaching in LA at one of the largest elementary schools in North America. And it was rough, right? Because keep in mind, Teach for America is not sending you to super posh areas. It was about 70% of the kids that where my school was at did not graduate from high school.
wow.
So that was another eye-opening experience. And so I was there for 10 years. It was everything that I learned and understood and saw and systems that were there that were working, that weren't working. I will 100% say that time, that one single high school course in college and my time in Teach for America, that was it. That kind of led me to, hey, there are system issues in some places, but there's things you could do to kind of make it work. And so when my kiddo, I have 3 kids. When my oldest went to kindergarten, I did the usual. I sent her to school and I was like, hold on, what's going on now?
Okay.
There were a lot of things that I was questioning. And so the idea of home study came across my path. So interesting career arc-wise, prior to iLead, I was, if you think about it, a classroom aide. Then I was a classroom teacher. I also did reading intervention. And then once I had kids, I actually, with my oldest, when she was in school, I got to do district independent study. I mean, this was like 10 years ago. So it's not as popular as it is now after COVID, but I actually had that perspective. And then after that experience, I went into the charter independent study world as a parent.
I see.
And then I began my job as a facilitator with iLead. And then I became a coordinator, and then this is now starting my 5th year as director. So when I say I've toured the educational roles, I kind of have taken a tour from brick and mortar, public, going into the charter world. So, and here's the interesting part about all of it, Matt. I never looked for it. I never was like,
Right.
this is what I want to do with my life. It was all a result of kind of curiosity.
Oh.
Curiosity. What about this? What about that? Let me try this. This might work for this population. And so, that one question that I asked when I was in my early 20s of like, what systems can we make that can benefit more than just a specific population? That's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, wow. The beauty of a curious mind and someone willing to roll up their sleeves and give it a try to make it a little bit better. And we at iLead have been blessed for probably nearly a decade now that you've been with us to have you. Now, Julia, we've used a couple of different terms, and so I want to clarify for people because you know me, my mouth always gets me in trouble. I always call your program homeschool, but it is not homeschool. You are an independent study program, but can you explain to our listeners what the difference is between an independent study program and homeschooling? Because most of your families sort of do tell their friends that they homeschool, right?
Yes, and that would be okay. Just off right immediately. Independent study with a charter school would be just your child is still enrolled in a public school.
Right.
Homeschooling is your child is enrolled in your own private school. So the fundamental difference is independent study is still part of the public school model. We have the same accountability measures as any other public school in California, right? We have our school calendar. There's report cards and assessments and monitoring. There's access to teachers and field studies events and all that stuff, right, that a public school would have. The difference is we offer it in a flexible way. So it's an alternative model. There's no four walls to a classroom. Whereas homeschooling, and again, I'm not saying one's better than the other. I will never say that, because as a parent, as an educator being in this world for a long time, homeschooling is a good fit for some, because
it's about what's right for your kid. Yeah.
Yes, it's a complete private school. You learn what you want when you want. You have complete choice. You don't have to do state assessments. You don't have to follow, somebody else's school calendar. You have complete control over all of that as a private school. So the difference, I would say, is one, we are connected to the state, and so we do have accountability within our school, our district, and the state as a public school. But with that comes access to a lot of things, and so those two things would be the major difference. But in terms of, if you were to compare independent study to a brick and mortar, right, even though we're both public schools, I could definitely tell you it looks like we're homeschooling. It looks like it, because we're at home or we're at a learning center. It looks like we're on a field trip every day. It looks very different than what you would see in a brick and mortar inside of four walls. So I think that's where there are similarities.
Okay. And so oftentimes it is the child at home doing their schooling under the guidance of some sort of their parents, but then they also have that teacher. You talked about the autonomy of that private homeschool, where you say, know what, I'm going to disconnect from the state system. I'm going to handle all of my kids' schooling. So that brings a lot of autonomy. So what are the benefits of going through a charter for independent study over that homeschool model? What are some of the benefits that you get?
This is such a common question. And over the last few years, since COVID, it's been really fascinating to see kind of the way that the pendulum's swinging over people who really want pure independence and are now realizing, I really should file a PSA, private school affidavit, to just genuinely homeschool. And we're now finding, and this is what I love about coming onto a show like this, I want to connect families to what they're looking for. And if we're it, I'd love to have you, because what we're doing is we're offering a public school education in the most personalized way. And through a charter for independent study, Matt, I'm going to be honest, I'll just speak for our program, because I have not worked at another independent study school, but primarily accountability. You can do anything on your own as a private anything, right? Sure. Whether it's education or sports or whatever. But when you join a network, you have a built-in accountability, partnership, opportunity. At our school, we have nearly 270 staff, and with that comes so many opportunities from counselors, advisors, clubs, field studies, events, promotions, graduations, grad bash. There's a lot of different things that your kids can access. You have access to synchronous instruction. We have live classes. None of these things are a cost, right? It's all part of your free public education. And so I would say the benefit is you almost join a network where you have a gigantic menu of opportunities, where at a public school you have this one menu that's kind of this one set meal plan, if you will.
Right. This is our math curriculum. This is our English curriculum. Yeah.
This is a la carte to the max. You're going nuts and personalizing it to passion-based projects and all these things. Can you still do that if you're homeschooling? Absolutely. But do you have access to our hive mind? I say hive mind because, again, we have about 200 staff at our school, many who have been homeschooled themselves growing up prior to this whole independent study thing. And so the access and accountability and partnership, I would say, is if you're looking for that, you like having people to be a sounding board, ask questions, somebody who can keep your child accountable to getting a premium education and connect them with resources, that would be the benefit of going through a independent study school.
So you just touched on it, Julia, calling it a premium education, and that really is how you at iLead Exploration have positioned yourselves as that preeminent home study in Southern California. Can you talk about that for a minute? What makes iLead so unique compared to maybe some other home study programs?
Okay, Matt, honestly, this question, I did not expect it to change, but it changed since I've become director. So the reasons I've always given, because we've asked so many, people call us comparing us to other charters all the time. And one of the first ones I said is like the heart and perspective, the experience, because a lot of our staff, their children are enrolled in the school. Their children from our special education department, our enrollment department, our community provider department. Like it's unique to have so many of your staff have their own children enrolled on somebody else's roster. Mm-hmm. And that commitment, when we say we're doing this for our kids, it genuinely is our kids. And so whether you have kids enrolled or not, it's very much your understanding that we are holding the most precious thing in our hands as we facilitate this educational experience. And so I would say that the heart and perspective, it is not just a paycheck and a job. This is where our own kids are coming to grow and thrive. So there's that. And like I mentioned earlier, that I call it the hive mind. There is no shame in being open that we don't know everything. Independent study, education changes every day, it feels like. And so when I don't know something, we have a lot of platforms for our staff to jump on. Hey, do you know of a great curriculum that works for a kid, that A, B, C, D, E, F, G? And then you'll have 17 people hopping in.
Yeah.
Who knows a lot about this? I have a parent asking. And then you have all these people jumping in, sharing whether they use it themselves as a parent or they've used it with a learner on their roster. So that access to the hive, that was when I joined as a parent, that's what I wanted. I knew my EF may not be the reigning expert on everything in the world.
Sure.
But I knew she had access to a bunch of other staff members that could and knew the world way better than I did. And I loved tapping into that wide range of expertise. So that was my favorite. But now, Matt, as I've been, this is, again, my 5th year as director, and I've now gone to conferences. I've learned about other independent study programs. And so now there's another component that I can confidently say, oh, gosh, we were different back then, 10 years ago when we started this thing. And this thing that we started is we wanted our staff to walk the talk.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is if you hear for us, we genuinely, and we're not saying this just to say this, but we genuinely believe our kiddos at iLead are going to be tomorrow's leaders. Like the ones who are changing things, creating things, innovating. And in order to raise a generation like that, we all committed to being that ourselves.
Yeah.
So every year we set goals, just like the learners do. We all do it together, right? So Can you imagine a school where everyone, up to the director, everyone is doing this? And in order to do exactly what we were doing with our kids, right, we always say it's passion-based, student-led, voice and choice. There's a lot, right? Yeah. Although we do adhere to state standards because we're a public school, there's a lot of passion-led learning going on. That's exactly what we wanted to model with our staff. And this is the part where I think is unique is we even struggled with the name. Initially, we thought, is this what other schools have as an adjunct duty? But we were like, no. This is so beyond an adjunct duty. And that's what birthed what we have at our program. And we're the only program I know of up to this point ever that has it. And we have what we call investment teams.
Yeah, and we can get into that in a little bit. We do have to take a quick break, Julia, but you're right. That is the absolute best endorsement of a school, that a staff member, and so many of them, would enroll their own kids in the program. We're talking to Julia Kim, Director of iLead Exploration this morning. That is the premier home study program here in Southern California. When we get back, you're going to learn how it works, some of the ins and outs, and, from the time that you enroll your kid until they go off into that amazing college and career and become those leaders of tomorrow. I am Matt Watson. This is SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. We'll be right back. You're listening to your hometown station, KHTS. You are listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. This is Matt Watson, your host, and you are listening to SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. I've got Julia Kim with me. She's the director of iLead Exploration, the premier robust home study program in Southern California. Julia, you and your team really do provide that, and you mentioned it, that elite kind of private school feel, but with the price, which is completely free, of a public school, and and all the supports that go into building that completely customized education for home study families. So I'm thinking about that family that has kind of been on the fence about it. They've never done a home study or independent study program, but they're thinking, I've got one kid, or maybe all three, four of my kids are ready for this. I just don't know enough about it. So let's kind of walk families through it a little bit. Once a family enrolls at iLead Exploration, how does it work? They enroll, they get their curriculum, like a stack of workbooks or whatever, handed to them. Do you follow a set curriculum?
Not quite. You're going to start off, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get connected with an educational facilitator, and it's going to feel like you're in an interview day after day, but that's literally what we need to get an educational plan going. The educational facilitator is going to be speaking with you, with your child. Think of them like an educational design coach, Matt. And
Okay.
so imagine you need something designed. This is the person who's going to help you do it. They have access to tons of resources, curriculum options, community providers. They can connect you with the resources that our school offers. But we're going to do that once we know your child's interests. And
Okay.
all of that stuff, and making sure that they're hitting those grade level standards, all of it wrapped into one. So your EF will have to work with you first, then determine which curriculum, which learning path would be the best way to do it. Every single learning plan at our school is different and built upon those the conversations and who each child is.
So your school has become remarkably popular. You've got over 3,000 students, but it's like having 3,000 tiny little schools with the
Yes.
curriculum, the program designed about that one student. Now, you talked about the EFs and how supportive they are, but these are all credentialed teachers who have a tremendous amount of background and experience themselves with home study, whether it's the private homeschool and then also here, obviously, in our charter school. So what's the role of the EF? It's they first get to know the child and then help the parent cobble together and put together the educational program. And then what happens? Is it just hands off? Here you go, mom. Here you go, dad. You're on your own?
If that would definitely not be how we do it at our program. Again, we're educating tomorrow's leaders. So we're a little bit more involved in the sense that we are going to ensure, this is a commitment of our staff in our program, we're going to ensure the learners at our school are prepared for every life option by the time they graduate. That's a huge goal.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, the EF has a lot on their plate that they need to do to help make sure that that child has these doors opened. So they're going to start off with that educational plan. And here's the beauty. No teacher can be good at 13 grade levels and know everything. That's where the Highline comes in. We have so many resources. We've got taken curriculum, all the top popular curriculum, and we even tier them in the sense of which one's a great curriculum, which one's okay, which one are you going to need supplemental support. And so these EFs are able to create this plan together, but also every month they're progress monitoring. They're going to make sure that the child is making gains every month.
Oh, yeah.
If not, we're right here to provide support. And so they're going to be contacting the family, working with the learner, offering synchronous instruction opportunities, like live opportunities to interact with our teaching staff. And mainly the goal is, I know it sounds so, broad, but like the EF's role is to make sure the child is progressing. That's really at the core of it. Yes, there's ordering the curriculum and attendance, report cards, all the regular teacher stuff. But the beauty is every person in my program is monitoring and making sure that there's growth, which is critical in an independent study program. You don't want a kid to go 20 days making no progress and nobody being aware of that, right?
Right, because you don't have a classmate sitting next to you to kind of side eye it and see how you're doing. And
Exactly.
So that is conceivable that, you could be going thinking your kid's doing great and then, oops, no, he's really not getting it.
I want to say that I really feel, right, I was in a brick and mortar for 10 years. I really feel like our staff have a closer eye on these kids, whether it's the social emotional, behavioral, any of these needs. We see it because it's in the independent study world. It's month by month, and so we check in weekly. We don't want it to get out of our hands, and so we're very proactive here.
And that is huge. And you're talking about something that you as a leader in our organization know, Julia. We work so hard at all of our schools to develop those close connections, those close relationships with our learners and with their families to make sure, even when it's a bad day, folks notice and can help adjust and guide our students. And so you talked about building curriculum and things like that, but I know you offer so many different resources and opportunities to your learners. You alluded to it a little bit before last break. Can you go into some specifics? What are some of the resources that iLead Exploration provides their home study families?
I will say one of the fun things is that we have 2 curriculum libraries. It's like walking into a teacher store /library/resource something, and you can borrow any of them. And that's a huge plus for our families. We have a learning center in Orange County. We have lots of community providers, also known as vendors. Live opportunities daily, Matt. PBL opportunities.
Project-based learning. Yeah, wow.
We have kids who are gliding. There's a soaring gliding project. They're going to be in a glider flying in the sky next month. So
in a home study program.
Check out our website. Yeah, check out our website, iLeadExploration.org, events, and you'll see some of the things coming up for our kids.
So you've even got in-person opportunities for your kids to connect with each other, interact with the staff. So it's home study, but there's also in-person opportunities?
Oh, yes. I mean, our high school meetups I think they're like monthly. They have meetups at different places. I mean, prom, grad night. We have park days all over the place at the beginning of the year, end of the year. There's arts opportunities in person as well. So lots of in-person opportunities.
It's funny you talk about that. I remember being on your website not long ago, and your high schoolers were planning a Friday night meetup at In-N-Out, like high schoolers do. Awesome.
Yes.
So
and, we have a lot of clubs too. So those clubs also, work together to figure out a way to meet up. And we have field studies events, and sometimes we coordinate the field studies events with some of these clubs or themes in classes. And so it's fun. It's really neat to have these kids working independently, but also hanging out in person.
Yeah. Julia, being so involved in the education world, not just with iLead, but, here in my community, the greater Los Angeles area, I do run into a lot of families that either homeschool or have their children in independent study programs. I got to tell you, the vast majority of the time, when I meet their kids, they're younger, right? They're on the younger end. They're kindergarten, 2nd grade, 5th grade. But I don't see a lot of high schoolers. A lot of times I will see families that will, I had a good friend when I was a kid. He did homeschool up until 8th grade. And then in high school, his parents, couldn't do it and sent him on to the brick and mortar that you call it, the traditional district school, because they wanted things like a college counselor, or the parents didn't feel capable supporting their kid in some of those higher level classes. But you have a really robust supportive high school program. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Matt, this is why earlier when you asked what makes us different, this is what part of the story. Remember how I told you a lot of our staff have our kids in this program,
yes,
or we've grown up in it. Why do you think we invested so heavily into the foundation of a stellar high school program? Because we want the best for our kids. So we recruited, no joke, we recruited people who were experts, that were known experts in this field in terms of independent study for our academic counseling, but also college and career advisement. So now what used to be, like some of these things could only be accessed if these parents are paying out of pocket to get this privately.
Thousands of dollars,
this expertise. We brought this expertise in. I have friends who are like, oh, can I pay them privately? I'm like, oh, they're for iLead Exploration learners. So I would say our high schoolers have more access to our academic counselors, college career advisement, college info series course. They have more opportunities to be college and career ready at iLead than at the brick and mortar schools.
Oh, yeah.
That I know of. So I would say zero worry. You're actually probably going to be in great hands. And if you take a look at our college acceptance, where our kids are getting into school, you'll see that it really shows in the outcomes.
Yeah. Now, Julia, I want to clarify a little bit, because you talked a little bit about Geography. You talked about how you've got a learning studio where kids are attending on campus, like I think 2 days a week down in Orange County. But you've got curriculum libraries, here in Acton. Your kids come from all over the place. What are the kind of rules? Who can enroll? What areas does your school serve?
So it does feel like we're everywhere, but we're really just in 5 counties. So if you live in Los Angeles, Kern, Ventura, San Bernardino, or Orange County, then you are able to enroll in our program. Just those 5 counties.
Okay, so Ventura County, Los Angeles County, Kern County, San Bernardino County, Orange County. Just that tiny little geographic distinction. Awesome.
Yes.
So basically, if you can hear our voice, you're probably well within the area that our school serves. And remember, because it's an independent study, it's a home study program, you don't need to drive 100 miles, not even once a month. You've also got your staff, your EFs, that are local in whatever area our families are enrolling in, don't you? So, Julia, you've got, I think you started, probably 5-6 weeks ago. You're well underway for the new school year. Are you still enrolling new learners? Do they need to wait until semester break?
Oh, no. We have rolling enrollment in the sense that there's a wait list. So if you go to our website, iLeadExploration.org, we do have an enrollment wizard where you're able to join our wait list. And we are continuing to enroll learners. And we have an info session if you are genuinely interested in exploring our program and enrollment. Our next info session is October 8th. And you can find information on again, I just want to direct people to our website. And we have an events calendar, and you can see on October 8th, and you can register there.
Fantastic. Again, that's iLeadExploration.org. And you mentioned that rolling wait list. I know you just let a whole bunch of folks in just this week. So if folks get on the wait list, don't worry about it. They'll get you in as soon as we possibly can. It's nothing to stress about. So again, go ahead and head over, fill out the enrollment application at iLeadExploration.org. You can sign up for that information session once again coming up next week on October 8th. Julia Kim, Director of iLead Exploration. One more time, that is iLeadExploration.org. They are the premier home study program here in Southern California. Check them out at iLeadExploration.org. Julia, thank you so much for joining me. You have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk soon.
Thank you. You too.
I am Matt Watson. You are listening to SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. We'll be right back with College and Career Corner. We're going to talk with one of those amazing counselors that Julia was talking about right after this on your hometown station, KHTS.
If you're like most of us, grocery shopping has become a strategic nightmare. One place has good prices on produce, another has a good selection of all natural items. One is just plain friendlier. Well, your local grocery outlet invites you to shop us first. We are your one-stop, first-stop bargain shop. Locally owned and operated in your neighborhood, Grocery Outlet knows what you're looking for. Fresh produce, natural and organic items, all the essentials, all in one place. Here at Grocery Outlet.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
The Mercedes-Benz of Valencia team has a special announcement for our Santa Clarita neighbors. There's simply no other Mercedes-Benz dealer more committed to earning a long-term relationship with you. And we're ready to prove it with can't-be-beat locals-only offers and exceptional customer service. With jaw-dropping payments as low as $249 per month and 0% APR interest for 36 months. Visit the Mercedes-Benz of Valencia team to lock in your SCV deal.
Looking for a career that combines purpose and opportunity? College of the Canyon's new occupational therapy assistant program can get you there fast. In just 12 months, you could be part of a growing healthcare field, making a real difference in people's daily lives. We're hosting free evening information sessions September 22nd, October 6th, November 3rd, and December 1st. Don't miss your chance to learn more. For details, visit canyons.edu/OTA. That's canyons.edu/OTA.
Are you looking for a college education that is wholeheartedly committed to Christ and Scripture? If so, we hope you'll visit us at the Masters University. Located in Placerita Canyon, TMU is a liberal arts university that equips men and women for lives of faithfulness to the Master, Jesus Christ. TMU offers more than 150 academic programs, 18 athletic teams, and opportunities to participate in music ensembles and theater productions. Scholarships are available. Learn more and schedule a personal tour at masters.edu/visit. visit.
Your hometown station, KHTS.
Welcome back. You are listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. I am your host, Matt Watson, and you are listening to SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley on this glorious Friday. You know, back in August, we kicked off a new recurring segment here on our show, Eye on the Valley. It is called College and Career Corner. As a service to the community, we wanted to bring on, a different member of our counseling staff every month to talk about things that parents need to know when it comes to preparing their kids to get into college and succeed. It's not enough to get into college. You got to be ready for college and be able to succeed. And because not everyone is going to college, there's a lot of different paths out there, we also often talk about preparing them for the launch into successful careers. So we call it College and Career Corner. Today, we've got our lead academic counselor, Kathy Rosenast. Kathy joined iLead after a long, successful career as an educator and counselor with the William S. Hart High School District. She supports all the counselors at all 6 of our iLead schools and has become just an absolute expert on college admissions. Kathy, welcome to Eye on the Valley.
Morning, Matt. Well, happy to be here.
So glad you're joining us. So let's start with this, with our youngest of our high schoolers. This is, one of those things that families want to know. What should my freshman be doing? What should my sophomore be doing? What should my junior be doing? So let's start with those 9th graders. They're just getting ready to, or just getting used to high school. But what should those freshmen and sophomores be doing in October, in the fall, to start setting themselves up for success and keeping that college window open?
Matt, that's a great question. I love starting with the freshmen and sophomores because that's kind of where your baseline is set. Freshmen are just in. It's been, 6-8 weeks. They're just getting their feet wet. High school is a new experience. And now's the time for them to create some new habits, to work on their time management, study skills, all that kind of stuff. Really get their feet into a little bit different academic arena. Also really important when you're coming into high school is to start looking at extracurricular activities. High school is not all about academics only. It's what sports are you in? What activities do you participate in? Join a club, try a new group, do an internship or a job shadow, volunteer. Really kind of start to look at things that interest you and that drive your passion. It's not, every one of us is different. Everyone has a unique skill and talent. And so start looking as a freshman, what are those things that I just really love to do? And a lot of times we love to do one thing and we end up doing something else, but that's okay. We have lots of time to practice and check out what's going on.
Okay.
So the freshman year is really important.
Yeah, but it's that junior year where, gosh, it's really crunch time. That's where the rubber hits the road in terms of the college process. That's where it starts to ramp up. What are some of the most important tasks for those 11th graders? Because now I know, 9th and 10th grade, it's like you said, figuring out what they want to do, what their path is going to be. But then parents really start to stress when the fall of the 11th grade year rolls around. What should 11th graders be focusing on right now?
Well, right now, again, we're keeping up our grades. 10th and 11th grade are the most important years we have for grades. So we've really got to focus on, being strong, work our study habits and stuff like that. But by now, we should have started our college exploration. What are we interested in going to college in? What are we interested in doing? How do our career interests link with college majors? What areas should we be looking at? And as kids start looking at colleges, they're looking at how far away is the school? What's the location? How big is it? Is it a big school? Is it a little school? How do I want to fit in? Do I want to be a big fish in a little pond or a little fish in a big pond? Those kind of things. You want to track where you want to be. A lot of important, as odd and as much as I hate to say this, but cost is a deal. How much is the cost? Where are you going to fall in the cost spectrum, and what schools can you look at? There's lots of ways around the cost, but that's something to take into consideration. And then majors and minors, do they have sports? Some kids have to go to school where there's big sports teams. Others, that's not as important. They're looking for theater or art or whatever. But look for the school that has what you're most interested in. Don't go to school because you're the football player with, that you're going to play football, but it doesn't have any of the majors that you're interested in. Put them all together. Find what works for you. Keep doing those extracurriculars and those volunteer jobs. 11th grade, if the schools that you're looking at are requiring standardized tests, 11th grade is a great time to jump in and take the PSAT. It qualifies you for a National Merit Scholarship, as well as it gives you practice if you were required to take the SAT. Standardized tests are not required at all schools anymore, but it's really important that you're looking at those schools and what they require. Some schools require more math or more science, more art or more foreign language. You've got to start creating those lists to know where you want to go.
Okay, and then when it really becomes crunch time is that senior year. So what steps should seniors be taking right now? They're in the beginning of that fall semester. How should those seniors be getting organized and prepared for college, or are there other post-secondary plans?
Well, right now, for those who are going to college or interested in going to college, they need to have finalized their college list. Where do they want to go? Safety school, reach school, average school. Where are those lists? And then applications are starting now. Almost all colleges have their applications open. They've started. Start now. Don't wait on an application to the last minute. Get started on it. Lots of applications require personalized essays that take time to write, thought, consideration. So get started on those applications. A lot of these schools require letters of recommendation. Our students need to be asking for those letters of recommendation. They need to be preparing those educators and those people on their outside experiences and activities to be able to write a letter. People can't write a letter, on a napkin in a minute.
Sure.
They finish up standardized tests if they need to take them. October 1st, the financial aid paper system opened up. Everybody should sign up for financial aid regardless. It opens more doors than you can imagine. Okay. And make sure that as you go through this process as a senior, you are including your counselor. Counselors throughout the Santa Clarita Valley and throughout the state of California are amazing. They are a wealth of knowledge, and every student who should be reaching out to ask for help so that they can make sure that they're on the right track for their future.
So, Kathy, you mentioned, finalizing your college list, and this is something that always fascinated me. Like most folks, I always grew up thinking that, what is it, the different magazines that come out with their lists every year of America's best, best 10 colleges or best 100 colleges or whatever it is. But the way you and our counselors at iLead approach it is it's not, yes, these are the best colleges to go to. It's which college is best for you, because everything at iLead, Julie was talking about it before, is all about personalized learning. So you've got to personalize your experience. Can you explain a little bit more about finalizing that college list? How should seniors evaluate which college is the best fit for them?
Well, I think it's really, really important to look at the basic things initially, because that's how you kind of finite or bring your list in, which is, does it have the major and the academics that you're interested in? Does it have a variety of options in that area? What is the campus life like? Is it a small school? Is it a large school? Can you afford it? What are the opportunities? Do they provide research, internships, study abroad, all of those things? And really, it's always best if you have an opportunity to visit, so you get a feel of that campus. We used to tell kids, go to a medium, and go to a small-sized school and see how you fit. And it's very interesting. Kids come back and say, oh, my gosh, I never realized. I thought going to a school of 80,000 was going to be great, except for pretty much nobody even knows your name for the first few years. So you have to go and get the feeling. Families, kids, parents, you talk together, find what's going to be best for you. Do your research. The iLead schools are such an opportunity for our kids. The counselors there are so able to individualize. They meet individually with kids. They get to know their students. They get to build a relationship. And counselors, parents, facilitators, coaches, they all have an opportunity to help guide kids into what's going to be the best fit. But you have to do the research and you have to do the studying.
You're absolutely right, and those relationships are key. Can you drill down a little bit more on that? We've got about a minute left, Kathy. How do high school counselors, specifically at our iLead schools, help families prepare for that post-secondary life that's a little bit more unique than some of the traditional district schools?
Well, all schools in a lot of cases, but at iLead specifically, they do career interest surveys, they do studies, they do college searches, they do real general stuff. And then that information comes to the counselor, who then has an ability to meet with the student monthly, quarterly, and set up that relationship and build on it and find out what the student wants, meet with the families on a more regular basis. They have the opportunity, they put on functions where maybe 10 or 12 people are able to come, and it's a personalized experience. There's lots of people involved. iLead is really fortunate and really set up in such a way that it's not just one person that's able to help you. It's a team, and everybody works together like a family to make sure that each of our learners is well taken care of, well prepared, and set for their post-secondary steps.
It is that real customized service that they get at all of our iLead schools that really does make it special. Kathy, we do need to take a break, but thanks so much for joining us today. You have a great weekend and take care. This has been College and Career Corner, and I am Matt Watson. You're listening to SCVi and iLead Schools' Eye on the Valley. We'll be right back on your hometown station, KHTS. You are listening to SCVi and iLead Schools' Eye on the Valley. My next guest this morning is Danyelle Sanders. Danyelle's journey has taken her from collaborating with Bruno Mars, Babyface, and Michael Jackson to working on events from the LA Marathon to Monster Jam. She is a coordinator, host, musician, and member of the Rose Parade production team.
Yeah.
She also serves cancer patients as a member of the board of directors at Circle of Hope. You can't intimidate her. She is Danyelle Sanders. Welcome to Eye on the Valley.
Oh, I love that. Welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're glad you're here. You've got amazing energy, but you're here to talk about some pretty important work that you and some of your colleagues are doing. But before we get into that, we always like to get to know our guests just a little bit. So tell us a little bit about On the Level Productions, this production group that you run.
On the Level Productions, VIP, baby. Everybody is a VIP in my world. And so I do events, and it really it depends on, it runs the gamut of event planning. So I can do the whole thing, whether we are selling tickets and we're marketing and we're curating a FOMO-worthy event for the community or for somebody's private event, or the list goes on of concerts. There are so many things that I have done. It's hard to say what I do exactly. So I'm just going to give you a quick 30-second rundown, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, so first and foremost, I'm an entertainer. I don't know, it's pretty obvious, right? I'm razzle-dazzle and all that jazz. Yeah. So I'm a singer, and I have a band with my husband.
Okay.
We are Nomad and Lola, and we're about to take over Santa Clarita. You better watch out now.
Okay, Nomad and Lola.
Yes, and he actually is the music director to the Stars. So he's the one that worked with Babyface for 12 years as his music director.
Wow.
And Bruno Mars actually was our neighbor in NoHo for a while, oddly enough.
Nice.
But I worked at a studio in Burbank. So all of the best came through that studio. I'm talking Elton John, Lady Gaga, the best of the best. My favorite day, actually, I'm going to take a quick second because it was the best day. Next to my wedding day, of course, and all the other fabulous days in my life. But this one was incredible. We had The Who. We had Crosby, Stills, and Nash. We had the Rolling Stones. And then we had Sir Paul McCartney. Now that is my guy. That is that's my Beatle, okay?
Yeah.
So I still get chills just thinking about it because that was one side of the studio, okay?
Yeah. Wow.
And it was incredible. I did no work that day. I literally was just like a dog just staring out the window, just like, what's happening next? And I saw the coolest thing ever. I saw Mick Jagger run out of the studio like this. I don't know. Wait, where's the camera? I know they're
right up there.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I gave it away. It's Mick Jagger, but he comes out running like this. You know,
waving the arms in the air like Mick Jagger does.
Yes.
Right?
And he's chasing down this blue Corvette. Just like a regular, dad's Corvette. Like a cool Corvette. Don't get me wrong. It's very cool. But, chrome, or not a chrome, but like a cobalt blue.
All right.
Just really cool car. And Mick leans in and rolls down. Who rolls down the window?
Who?
It's Paul McCartney.
Jeez.
And so now I'm watching Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney have a conversation, literally like where you are now. And I'm just like Like trying not to freak out.
Right?
The phone's ringing. I'm not doing my work. I'm just like,
No.
this is happening.
I'm busy. Call back.
So I was so lucky to work at a studio where I got to saw some of the greats. Brian May walked through my doors. Jack Black. The list goes on. And Michael Jackson, you mentioned. I am in the Michael Jackson movie. That's weird.
Yeah. Wow.
It's weird. I'm not going to lie. And if you go back and watch This Is It, you're going to see baby Danyelle with no makeup on because I didn't know we were filming that day. Michael Jackson was at our studio for about 4 months practicing for the This Is It tour. And then he left. And 2 weeks after he left our studio, he passed away. And so when Kenny Aronoff was doing the documentary, he interviewed some of the staff. That was some of the last to see him, work with him, if you will. And I was kind of lucky. I mean, like it's adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I was out there popping locks with Michael. That was not happening. I was not singing backup. I wasn't doing anything that I wish I was doing. But in some way, there are all connections. Now this is my disclaimer. I'm a born and brainwashed Valley girl. I know no other soil. I know no other sunshine. This weather that we have today is totally messing me up.
A little rainy outside today, yeah.
My hair doesn't like it. None of it's okay. All right. I'm a sunny sunflower, desert flower.
This is why our mortgage is so expensive, so that we don't have to deal with this.
We have to deal with this.
So, Danyelle, you have hobnobbed with
I do a lot.
entertainment royalty, and Jen's over here swooning. But you told me a story earlier this week that actually impressed me more than the Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, any of that stuff.
Oh, really?
While you didn't actually get put into a Major League Baseball game, you did warm up in the bullpen at Angel Stadium.
Yes, that's my kind of guy right there.
Oh.
It was at Angel Stadium. So other sideline, I was the host for a really fabulous, fantastic motorsports show called Monster Jam.
Monster Jam!
Welcome to Monster Jam, ladies and gentlemen. We got Gravedigger tearing apart the course. I'm cracking, which is so embarrassing. Scott Douglas would be so embarrassed. But but Scott Douglas is the voice of Monster Jam. We talked about that Sunday, although that is not the brand, and they would totally kill me for saying that now on the radio. But I was there hosting Angel Stadium. That was actually the first show I ever did for Monster Jam. It was a sold-out show, 65,000. I wasn't nervous. Oh my God. It was, but honestly, I wasn't. And that's the crazy part is that, like as a singer, as an entertainer, I've always been behind the mic. I've always been somebody to be the center, if you will, of the show. Now, this is a different kind of thing. Like, I'll tell you the best story. I messed up on the microphone in front of 65,000 people.
Oops.
I was announcing the winner, okay? I'm like, and your winner is, ladies and gentlemen, and I have a picture. I'm going to have to show you so you can post it. I'm so proudly announcing the winner, and I said his name wrong, and they're in my ear screaming his name, and I repeat the name wrong. And then I catch it, and I was like, just kidding. Did you guys catch that? His name is. And I mean, so I covered. It's all about the cover.
Right,
Are you listening? Were you listening? Here we are. This is the winner. Oh, my God. That was my introduction.
Wow. At least it wasn't a Steve Harvey moment or a La La Land kind of thing.
Right.
You got the person right. Just mispronounced their name.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's all about how you flow.
Incredible. And I would love to just sit here and chit-chat about
that's the
all
problem.
these different experiences. But you've got something, as amazing as all those experiences are, you've got something far more important coming up. And so I want to get serious and talk a little bit about the work that you do with Circle of Hope. So can you tell us a little bit about, for folks that don't know, what Circle of Hope is? What's the work that you do here in the Santa Clarita community?
I was talking on Santa Clarita TV not too long ago with my co-chair, Tricia, and she said something, and it struck a chord, and I was like, She's like, Circle of Hope is one of Santa Clarita's best-kept secrets. And we hate that. We absolutely hate that for us because we've been around for 21 years. We are not new.
Right.
We are not new on any level. And I'm kind of new to this community. So when I was introduced to Circle of Hope, I was blown away by the work that they do.
Yeah.
And what is it that they do, Matt? Let me tell you. They work with cancer patients, newly diagnosed or struggling with their cancer journey, if you will. They work with friends and family. Basically anybody who has been touched by cancer can come through our wellness center doors and get help, whether it's through our classes, some of our support groups, and for cancer patients, we can actually help them financially.
Wow.
Yeah, 100% free. 100% free. So when we put on events like the Tea Party, which I'm here to talk about, I'll spill all the tea in a second.
All right.
But our fundraisers really are the heart and soul of our mission and why we can do this. And Colleen Schaefer, she is the person who started it all. She is such.
She's amazing.
Oh, you've met her.
Oh, yeah. She's been on the show before.
Oh, I was going to say, you need to
Yeah.
have her. She's
yeah.
such an inspirational story. I interviewed her for this event. When I got asked to be the chair, unfortunately, I've never been to the tea.
Oh.
So it's a big task to put on a big
You're
event.
chairing an event that you've never attended before.
Yes,
Okay.
let me just call the elephant out in the room.
right,
It's true.
all
But
right.
I do events. I've done my homework, and
Okay.
I'm so proud to be a part of this 21st annual tea party. First of all, 21 is my favorite number, selfishly.
Okay.
But also, when I was interviewing Colleen, she told me, she had her moment in her struggle in the beginning of her cancer journey. And she was like, if I could just get 20 years, if I can just get 20 more years, I'm going to do everything I can to help as many people as I can. And here we are in our 21st year. It gives me chills. It's so inspiring, and I'm so excited.
I'm getting the chills, too. She
Yeah.
eclipsed her dream. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very emotional for anybody involved. Obviously, we are a family at Circle of Hope. We do our best to be the what now for somebody, because it's a hard diagnosis. Now I've walked this journey as a family member, and it's really hard on families. It's hard on everybody, but it's important to know that you're not alone. And that's why Circle of Hope is so important, is because we are a group, and we really do come together, and we give hope. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah, definitely. And gosh, it is so inspiring in the gamut of services that y'all provide. You mentioned that you're newer to the Santa Clarita community, and you're new to the Circle of Hope board. I think you just joined in February. So what was it that brought you to Circle of Hope? What inspired you to step up and say, yeah, this is something that I want to give part of my life to?
That is a really great question. I don't know if you know this. Santa Clarita is loaded with nonprofits and just
It's got over 100 right here in our little town.
It's incredible. We have so many good doers.
Yes.
Good deed doers. And it's such a wonderful community to be a part of. Now, what separates Circle of Hope is it is directly affecting people in our community.
Yeah.
If you are living, working, or getting treatment in Santa Clarita, you have access to these free services. And that's my big thing. As I grew up in the Valley, my grandmother was the Chamber of Commerce president. She was involved in all of the communities, from the Rotary to the Key Club to the Lions Club to the Elks to the Salvation Army. I mean, like, I can literally go on. And so community is my heart and soul as well. And so when I got nestled into Santa Clarita, I was so excited to see it's already such a thriving tribe.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
And I'm excited to just play any role that I can. So, yeah.
Well, that is terrific, and I appreciate your service. You're right. Our community does give so much of our time, of our resources. And now, and you mentioned the tea, and we're here to talk about that, and we're going to get plenty of runway to talk about that. But Circle of Hope has really become known for not only their care for cancer patients, which is their mission, but also the really fun and unique events that they put together. Y'all kind of do one a season, right? So you've got the tea coming up, but can you talk about maybe some of the other events that Circle of Hope puts together throughout the rest of the calendar year?
Absolutely. This year I was also part of the Vine to Wine event. That kind of kicks off the top of the year.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yes, it is. It's about, don't quote me, but it's about 20 or so, maybe even a little bit more, local wineries. I don't know where that accent came from. Wineries and breweries, yes.
Yeah.
So we all come together, again, supporting a great cause, having a good time, so everybody can feel good about giving back and tasting some fabulous wine. Yeah. So that kicks off the year. And then in the middle, kind of in summer, we do what we call the Hoedown for Hope, which is, it's a hoot. It's a great time. It feels like just going down to the ranch and just hanging out with your friends, having some barbecue, line dancing, and petting zoo, the whole gamut.
Perfect summer event.
Yeah. The tea party is I personally, because now that I'm the chair, I think it's the most important event we do of the year. But it is actually one of the biggest ones. And I, to my knowledge, I believe it was the first fundraiser that we ever started. So that's why it's our 21st anniversary. We're running strong on that one. It actually started in Colleen's backyard as a small potluck way of fundraising, and everybody brought the stuff. They brought their linens, their foods, their tea sets, everything, and what started in a beautiful little backyard now has grown into something even more beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. There's
one
more.
more, right?
But wait, Matt, there's more. I forgot. I just get lost in talking sometimes. I don't know if you noticed. All right, so coming up, we do have our Bowling for Hope. Were you
Yeah.
going to get there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's coming up in November. It's on November 17th. It's $60 a person, or you can buy a lane for $300. And I think that's like 5 people that you can have. Like you can have a team. You can bring out some jerseys. Come on. Like
Right,
competition.
right. Get some obnoxious shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Please do. And
Yeah.
I will be there for that photo op.
Sweet.
We also have what we call our monthly Giving Hope campaign. And that's something that really benefiting our clients financially as well. Like in the last year, we were able to get $25,000 bills paid to our clients just through our monthly giving. And what that is basically, I mean, whatever you can give, $5, $50 or more. But really, if you think about it, it's like a coffee run. If you can give that once a month, if you can give up one coffee, like this guy right here, once a month for cancer, I think it could be done.
And you know what's super easy? I think on your website, you're able to set up just the regular donation once a month.
Yep.
And it's $20. You set it. You make your donation every month. $20, you don't even feel it.
And it's done.
And then, you're got part of that ongoing service to the community suffering from cancer.
And let's not forget, I mean, it is a write-off too. I mean, tax-wise too. Hey, you have a business, you can give a little more. And you don't even have to think about it.
We're talking this morning with Danyelle Sanders, coordinator, host, musician, and board member with Circle of Hope, providing emotional, educational, and financial assistance, as well as supportive wellness therapies to the Santa Clarita Valley cancer community. When we get back, you'll learn how you can join the team, you can help out, and enjoy some tea on a fine afternoon. Coming up soon, I am Matt Watson. This is SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. You're listening to your hometown station, KHTS.
Accidents happen, but rest assured Patterson's Collision Center is here to help. Patterson's is a family-owned and operated collision repair facility providing the Santa Clarita Valley with premium collision repairs. Patterson's prides itself on being the only California-certified green repair shop in all of Santa Clarita. They are insurance claim specialists and even offer payment plans for your deductible. For personalized, friendly service, visit pattersonscollisioncenter.com or call 294-1011 and let Patterson's Collision Center help ease your worries today.
Who says nothing good happens after midnight? Denny's is best known for breakfast served round the clock. You can enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner in a casual atmosphere 24/7. At Denny's, the lunch and dinner menu has a variety of appetizers, burgers, salads, and entrees, along with the best desserts in town. Wherever you live in Santa Clarita, there's a Denny's close by. If you're pulling an all-nighter or just don't feel like cooking, get into Denny's today. Good stuff is happening at Denny's.
When you get in an accident, you have a lot of questions. I'm Susan Owen from OPO Law, and our team will provide answers for you. OPO is one of the most recommended personal injury law firms in SoCal. If you get injured, go to opolaw.com.
Your hometown station.
KHTS is the only station I listen to.
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
Welcome back. You are listening to
Danyelle Sanders
on KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. This is Matt Watson, and you're listening to SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. And I am talking this morning with Danyelle Sanders, board member with Circle of Hope, providing care of all sorts, full wraparound care for those suffering from cancer. Danyelle, we talked before the break about the different events that you have sort of spread out through the calendar, although there's a couple that are coming up back-to-back here in October and November. But then you've also got your 31 Days of Hope. Tell our listeners what 31 Days of Hope are.
Well, Matt, I'm so glad you asked, because we're going to paint the pound pink. Well, that's how you talk on the radio. We're going to paint the town pink.
All right.
I did it right on the second round. We'll take that out in post.
Okay.
All right. So I highlighted your notes.
Oh, okay.
We have 31 days of giving of hope here in Santa Clarita. So we're going to start off with October 1st through the 31st, Brighton Collectibles over at the Town Center Mall. They're doing the Power of Pink collection, recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Proceeds from that bracelet actually go right back to Circle of Hope, so you can see that store directly for details, but it's just a wonderful way to give back right here in the community.
Okay, and then I see you've also got October 1st through 31st, Kicks for Cancer, 9-round fitness, a $15 donation, workouts at 9-round fitness. Email 9round at christy.grable@9round.com for reservations.
Yeah, normally those go for like $35, so they're giving a discount and they're giving back. I love that.
Super bargain,
Yeah.
and then it's just all going to cancer patients.
Yeah, so you can kick cancer's butt. October 1st through the 31st. So all month long, you can come right down here to Main Street to Old Town Junction, because all month long they have 2 different pink drink specials, and you can take advantage of those because part of those proceeds will also be going back to Circle of Hope.
Love me a pink drink. Also, all month long. Now, this one's definitely my wheelhouse. I'll be out there tomorrow. Vista Valencia Golf Course, 17th hole challenge. Each weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the ambassadors will be staged at hole 17. So I'm looking forward to seeing them tomorrow to collect donations. Yeah. Fantastic. I'm going to text the guys, make sure they bring some cash.
Awesome. I love that. Also, all month long, you can claw out cancer with West Ranch Wildcats girls volleyball team. Now, I really like this.
Nice.
Yeah, they're going to be auctioning off T-shirts, and a portion of those proceeds, actually half of them, are going to go right back to Circle of Hope.
Okay, and this one goes actually a little longer, all through October and well into November. October 1st to November 15th. Shop with purpose with Wink.media. Discover our Circle of Hope fundraising collection. Products that inspire and give back. Now through November 15th, 2025. $7 from every item sold will be donated directly to Circle of Hope, supporting those facing cancer with hope and healing. Link will be provided in the description.
Yeah, well, I'll send that to you.
There we go.
$7 is a lot. One of my favorite fundraisers, C's Candies.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Now, this goes all the way to December 31st.
Nice.
Okay? This is all to the end of the year. If you purchase C's Candy with our link provided on the Circle of Hope website, a portion will go back to Circle of Hope. Now, Matt, what's your favorite C's Candy?
Oh, I like the Bordeaux.
Oh, that's the best one.
So
yes.
rich. Oh.
I'm so glad you said that. It's the dark chocolate Bordeaux for me.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
all the way.
Oh.
Yes. Is there any other?
No, it's funny every time, but that's my whole family does the same thing. So anytime you open that 2-pound box of chocolates at C's Candy that's just been unwrapped, there's always 2 missing.
Oh, no, my family knows.
Bordeaux's are gone.
They just get me a pound of Bordeaux.
Well, your family loves you.
Clearly. I'm the favorite, I told you.
There you go. There you go. Also, all throughout the entire month of October, Panda Express fundraiser. You got to eat, right? Eat good, do good. On October 1st, order Panda Express using the code 900-6550, and Circle of Hope receives a portion back to fund cancer support services in our community. Order online at pandaexpress.com or the app or in store. And all these links are on your website, right?
Yes, they're on our website. Now, that's actually nationwide. So if you have...
Oh, get out.
Yeah, if you have friends in, like, I don't know, Nebraska, and they eat Panda Express, guess what? They can use this code, too.
Sweet. And that all goes back to
All
cancer
right back.
patients
Right
here
here.
in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? I
Okay,
get
so
chills.
it's circleofhopeinc.org is the website. You can
Correct.
get all these links. All right,
Yes.
cool.
Okay. And then Shop Warehouse number 2. Have you ever been there?
I have not.
Okay, I haven't either, and this is embarrassing because I love a good deal.
Okay.
And I know, you know why I haven't gone? Because I'll be there every day. That's the problem. But I am going to show up on October 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 25th. Let me say that one more time. The 4th, that's this Saturday, 11th, 18th, and 25th. So every Saturday from 12 to 5 p.m. during our 31 days of October, they're going to be hosting some in-store pop-up events, and some portions of those sales will go right back to Circle of Hope.
All right. And this next one is my absolute favorite lunch restaurant in town. October 15th, Wolf Creek Restaurant and Brewing Company. On October 15th, you can enjoy a meal at Wolf Creek, dine in or take out, and Circle of Hope will receive a percentage of your entire check. Simply mention Circle of Hope when placing your order.
Mm-hmm. And Wolf Creek is actually catering the tea party.
Nice.
I know.
Oh, their
okay.
food is so good.
And last but not least, October 23rd, Salt Creek Grill Day. That is
Another
October
fave.
20. Oh, yeah, the best. Yeah. October 23rd, a portion of your bill can go right back to Circle of Hope. So bring your friends, make it a night out, and great job on reading this cold, man. You did a great job.
So that is 31 Days of Hope. You've got all month long to help support cancer patients while getting some goodies and maybe grabbing a brew, doing a little shopping, doing a little golfing. So yeah, definitely.
A little bit for everyone.
Let's get back to this wonderful event that you've got coming up, the Afternoon Tea Fundraiser. What can people expect from this?
Oh my goodness, this is going to be one for the books, Matt.
All right.
Let me tell you why. The theme this year is Storybook, and we invite the community to help us write the next chapter of hope. How you like that?
I love what you're doing with the theme.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And what's really great, because and I didn't plan this, but this did just kind of work out. And when it works out organically, you know it's meant to be.
It's serendipitousness.
That's the word I like to use too. This year, for the first time ever, Circle of Hope is launching our very first collection of poetry from our creative writing class. So this is straight from the hearts of our cancer patients who are sharing their journey. It's raw, it's honest, it's heartfelt, and it's such an amazing gift that our clients have given the world, really. And so we are launching this book at our tea party. It's on sale now. You can pre-order that at circleofhopeinc.org. And you can also pick it up at the tea party if you have a ticket and meet the authors and get it signed.
Oh, wow.
It's such, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very emotional.
My chin is wrinkling because one of the services that y'all provide, you offer classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, oftentimes with a cancer diagnosis, especially one that's pretty grave, it can kind of consume everything. And that's part of the therapy is you offer classes and all these different things.
Yeah.
You offer your cancer patients a creative writing class, and you've taken that and turned it into a poetry anthology that these cancer patients have put together.
This is a legacy.
Wow.
This is so impactful. Again, not just to our community here, that anybody can read this book who's been touched by their own cancer journey, whether they are newly diagnosed or they have a family member that is, or a friend, and this can help give them a little bit of insight into what they're going through. It's raw, it's honest, it's funny, it's personal. It's really wonderful.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So you're launching the first ever Circle of Hope publication.
Yes.
And it's also the theme of the tea is Storybook. So talk about that.
So yes, I did get lost because I get a little emotional when I talk about Circle of Hope. So the tea party, let me get back to my energized self. It's going to be so exciting because what's really great is every single tea table, every setting is decorated to the umpteenth degree. So each table is its own storybook. Okay. So you're going to be transported into this enchanted world, and it could be any kind of storybook. It's not just Disney. We're talking Hans Christian Andersen. We're talking Grimm Brothers. I'm hoping to see some Rumpelstiltskin in there. I want some really obscure tables to be decorated, and all that's also volunteered as well.
Oh, wow.
So when you walk in here, not only are you transported in this magical setting, you get this world of connection around you and support that maybe you didn't know that you even had access to, right? And so that's my goal, is to, one, make the brand awareness for Circle of Hope get everywhere and get everybody to this tea party. It's going to sell out. I am very close to selling out already.
Wow.
Already. And you know how this town likes to buy their tickets last minute. Not here, baby. I told you, this is a beloved community tradition. People want to come to this event, not just because of the cause, but because it's such a fun event. And every year the theme is different. So this year being Storybook, we have people who are doing, well, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give anything away.
Well, but you said people want to come to this event, and you can hear the listeners saying, yes, we want to come to the event. How do we do that? When is it? Where do I get tickets? How much is it?
It's not that hard to do. All you got to do is go to circleofhopeinc.org. Purchase your tickets directly from us. And now tickets are $115. That includes your lunch. It includes a champagne toast at the beginning. And like I said, a fabulous afternoon, a happily ever afternoon tea, actually. That is what we're calling it. We have some live musicians. In fact, Nomad, my husband, music director to the stars, will be there performing. We also have local actress Sophia Rose. She is a performer over at the Canyon Guild Theater and another theater up here, which is escaping me right now. But she's a fantastic singer and actress. She's going to grace us with her presence. We have KTLA's very own Sandra Mitchell as our guest speaker. She herself is a 14-year cancer survivor. So we're just sharing the story of hope. That's our theme. We're writing the next chapter, and the community can help us.
Okay, and once again, you can get tickets at circleofhopeinc.org. I can see the beautiful wine-colored button here up in the upper right-hand corner that says buy 21st tea tickets here. And the event is taking place on Saturday, October 18th.
I forgot to mention.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's that perfect little Saturday afternoon, right?
Yes.
You don't have to get up super early. You have that nice leisurely morning getting ready, and then you're out of there before, the stars come out.
Yeah, and you got the rest of the day for yourself.
Fantastic. So we talked about the theme. It's Storybook. I have a question for you. If I'm attending, do I know which Storybook table I'll be sitting at, or is that a surprise when I arrive?
That usually is a surprise.
Okay.
Unless you're sponsoring a table or you're already seated at a table who the decorator has, sold the tickets, if you will.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so that would actually be fun. If you purchase a whole table, then you'll know which storybook it is, and then maybe you can dress in theme, right?
Yeah, well, our Storybook sponsorship, which you can still take advantage of right now, it's only $1,000. That includes 8 tickets, so you have the whole table to yourself, and you get to pick the theme. You can decorate it your way. It's your table to decorate. And I didn't even mention this. For the first time, sorry, that was way off key. Good morning, everybody. For the first time we are doing a best dressed table competition.
Oh, fun.
So the decorators get a little something for helping out as well. And that winning, do you want to know what it is, Matt?
Absolutely.
The grand prize is a wine tasting for 8 by our friends over at Familia Hicks Wine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I've been to some of these themed events before, and people do get very competitive, and it's just bragging rights. But gosh, your whole table gets to go wine tasting if you win.
Well, I mean, if you like your table. Of course, everybody's invited.
Or you can bring 7 other people, right? Yeah. Hey, what a great idea, though. If you own a business, you bring 8 folks from your business to sit around the table, and then if you win, you win the wine tasting, then you can bring 7 other folks from, that didn't get to go to the tea.
That's right.
They can go for wine.
That's right. Share the love and share the message.
Okay. I love it. So, okay, one more time. That is October 18th.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it's a short event. It's not long. It's very quick. It includes your lunch. It's at the Senior Center, but I like to say the Bella Vita Ballroom.
Oh, yes.
Because it's just so nice to say.
Well, and it's a gorgeous venue, too.
I love
it's
it.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And in October, it's going to be, it's not going to be 105 degrees
Please
outside.
don't
It'll
say
be
that
beautiful.
again. Don't curse
No.
me.
It's
Knock
going
on
to
some
be a
wood.
gorgeous
It's gonna
day.
be perfect.
For an afternoon tea, storybook themed.
Yes.
And so what about folks that, you got to get your tickets now at circleofhopeinc.org.
Yeah, ticket sales cut off actually on the 10th. So next Friday, we are 1 week out. This is it. This is your final chance, people. Woo, woo,
Santa Clarita, you
Get your
cannot wait
tickets.
till the last minute because they're going to be gone. They'll be shut down. So if folks are unable to get tickets or they're looking at their calendar going, I want to go, oh no, I'm going to be out of town that weekend. How else can they either get involved or support the amazing mission at Circle of Hope?
Oh, there are so many ways. Number one is that monthly giving program. That's the easiest way. Number
Okay.
one, $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever you got lying around that you can spare, we'll gladly take and put to good use. Number one. Number two, we're always seeking volunteers. So if you do have a business, I don't know, say you do yoga or you sing, whatever your business is that you feel like maybe you could teach a class, we would be happy to host a class representing you and what you do. We would love that.
great.
Yeah, we have all kinds of people who do sound baths. They do lymphatic drainage massages. Now those are always full, so we can always use more of those. But anything, if you just love arts and craft, if you love arranging flowers or making charcuterie boards, whatever, this is where we can get creative because our clients are always looking to just do something new. So volunteering for classes, the monthly giving program, our other events, there are just a slew of ways that you can support. So please do.
Yeah, absolutely. So get your tickets for Circle of Hope's 21st annual tea coming up on, what did we say, October 15th?
Nope, 18th.
18th,
It's
that's
a
what I
Saturday.
said.
Yep.
Don't correct me. Saturday, October 18th is a Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're unable to get tickets, you can certainly donate on the website or keep your eye on the website. Come back often because pretty soon you're going to be selling tickets to that Bowling for Hope.
Bowling.
There we go. And you can sponsor a whole lane or just bowl as an individual. But it's all about taking care of those folks that are dealing with really some devastating news in their lives. And, it's the C word is a devastating diagnosis in and of itself.
Yeah.
But then you talked about, the cost of survivorship. I know your founder talks about that all the time. The cost of surviving cancer is devastating. And so y'all are there stepping in and filling the gap and supporting people, whether it's through therapy or the therapy of a creative writing class or a sound bath, and then helping to pay their bills as well. It's an amazing mission, amazing work that you're doing. Thank you so much for offering our listeners the opportunity to get on board with your team and help support.
Thanks. I hope to be back. This was so much fun.
Absolutely.
Now, I did forget to mention one thing about my On the Level production. So
yeah.
I got to bring it back. I would
Please
be
do.
remiss if I did not do this for myself. Sorry, I gotta.
you're
Let's
good.
make it about me, Matt. All right? No, just kidding. But what I want to do with On the Level is work with as many nonprofits as I can. So I want to host amazing events that just happen to give back. And I know that fundraising is really hard for the board, for the workers. Fundraising is an F word to a lot of people. But to me, it's one of my favorites. And I really enjoy that whole process from top to bottom of event curation, right?
Okay.
Taking somebody's idea and really making it to the highest level. So what I want to do is work with these nonprofits, take the heavy burden off of their event planning, let me do that, and then we work out like a little a nice size kickback deal to where all you have to do is dress up and show up. Wouldn't that be nice?
You could be stepping in it here a little bit, Danyelle. I mentioned before, we've got over 100 nonprofits right here in Santa Clarita alone. Did I hear you right? Did you just offer you want to help coordinate some of these fundraising events for our local nonprofits in town? I've worked on some of these events. They kick your staff's teeth in. They're difficult to put on, but your mission, your vision, the services you provide are just that important that you're willing to put your staff through it once, twice, 3 times a year. You're going to step in and coordinate these events for folks.
Yeah, I'm going to say another C word, committee. It's not the funnest, right?
No.
Sometimes it's really it could be taxing. It could be stressful. Let me do that. I love.
Wow.
I love that. So I forgot. I have presents for you guys. Everybody's a VIP person on my list, okay? So this is for you guys.
She's got this great big bag of goodies.
Little goodies.
Oh, boy. Is this biscotti?
No, actually, it's chocolate-dipped chocolate chip cookies, and you're going to love and hate me because they're so addicting and so delicious.
Oh, what did you get, Jen? Oh, this is beautiful.
I have gummy bears.
Nice.
This is very nice.
Now,
this
I hope
comes
you guys
in a
share.
nice package.
Yeah,
well,
we
I don't know
definitely
about sharing. Oh, he was ready to share. I'm not.
Well, he can share.
Jen's looking at me going, Matt's
Just
not giving
put
up a
yours
cookie.
away.
No way.
Speak for yourself. Yeah.
Well, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So if there's a CEO or executive director of a nonprofit that says, heck yeah, I want to unload some of that burden onto you and your company, how do they get a hold of you?
That's very simple. They just go to onthelevelproductions.vip.
onthelevelproductions.vip.
That's right, because I like to keep it on the level,
All right.
And it's not just charities, I got to say. It's product launches, it's corporate holiday events, it's client givebacks, it's employee seminars. I do it all.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Absolutely
All right, that's the end of my shameless plug.
Danyelle, I got one more question before you go. Do you have any older siblings?
I do.
Okay, I do as well. I've got an older brother, and apparently as the younger sibling, I'm not allowed to have nice things of my own. So mom makes me share my show with my stupid big brother, and so he calls in and he says he's going to do trivia, but then he does fun facts that sometimes are fun, sometimes are not. He has life advice that we advise our listeners to never take.
Okay.
Ever. In fact, he's been written up by HR once or twice over his life tips before. And then, like I said, he's got trivia questions, and once in a while, he even has the answers to those trivia questions.
Well, I hope
Can you
so.
stick around, tolerate my brother, and play a little trivia with us?
Yes, I'm down.
All right, fantastic. Let's bring Delgado in. I know he likes to play around with Big T as well. Don't you go away. When we get back, you can play too. We've got Big T's 5 Minutes of Fame with Circle of Hope's Danyelle Sanders. I am Matt Watson. This is SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley on your hometown station, KHTS. And welcome back. I'm just putting the headphones on a little bit here. You are listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. This is SCVi and iLead School's Eye on the Valley. I am your host, Matt Watson. We are here with Danyelle Sanders from Circle of Hope, and we've got Delgado back in the studio from Good Morning Santa Clarita. Thanks for joining us. We've got Engineer Jen, but sorry, friends, it's not about you anymore. It's all about Big T's 5 Minutes of Fame. Y'all know Big T. Big T is an executive and philanthropist. He's an amazing father, husband, and dog dad. And he is a man who still thinks that Netflix and chill means actually watching movies on Netflix. Here he is, everybody. He is Mom's favorite. Big T, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Matty.
How you doing, brother man?
Good. I'm feeling a little down today. I mean, normally when Big T comes into the room, the energy level goes down just a little bit, but given the guests that you've had on this morning, it has taken a big drop off.
Yeah, Danyelle definitely brings the energy.
I run on caffeine.
But come on, step it up, T. I know you can do this. Come on now.
Yeah, I'll step it up. Don't worry. I got my game face on. You know my motto. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
There we go.
Oh, I like that.
He sleeps with his sneakers on.
How uncomfortable.
All right, we jumping straight to trivia, or do you have some questionable life advice, or what are we doing today?
Yeah, what you got?
No life advice today. Instead, I wanted to kind of pull the curtain back a little bit. You know, several of the listeners have messaged me and asked where I get some of this stuff from. And so, I just kind of wanted to let you know a little bit about Big T. I'm both smarter and dumber than you would think, so don't ever underestimate me.
I don't know how I could even begin to do that.
Also, as I was thinking about it, watching the news a little bit, Fraga, we're right in the middle of hurricane season. So it kind of begs the question, how do I get a hurricane named after me? I mean, I've pretty much been a disaster my whole life. I feel I meet the requirements. I mean, wouldn't that be hot? This just in, Hurricane Big T has just made his way through Puerto Rico and is now moving towards Miami. Pitbull, I'm coming after you.
Oh, my God, that would be so hot.
Well, funny story. My second born, we named Isabel, and she was born
Hurricane Isabel.
The day after.
Oh, no.
And so the day after, well, actually the day before.
Way to go, Dad.
The day after we didn't know what happened, but the day after she was born, great big headline, Isabel slams into the East Coast.
That's actually really cute.
Right? Yeah.
I'd be proud of that.
No, I got some trivia for us if you want.
All right, cool. Let me set it up for Danyelle. She's never played with us, so Tony's got trivia questions, and so if you know the answer,
do I slap something?
Yeah, you do have
slap
to.
Delgado?
Yes.
Okay.
Whack.
I know this one.
Straighten his mustache up. No, you just hit your buzzer. And your buzzer, it's your name.
Oh.
So you just call out your name,
okay,
right?
I got
and that
this.
way Big T will recognize you, and then you can go ahead and answer. So, you just call out Danyelle or Jen or Andrew for whatever reason that nobody knows. I'm Frogger. So,
You're Frogger?
Yeah, no one knows why. But
I do.
We'll get into that.
You can share off the line, T. But those of you listening at home, you can play along too, and you get the advantage. You don't have to buzz in. You can just call out your answer, see if you can beat us. But Danielle's bringing the A game with her energy today.
Don't say that.
I don't
now.
know that you're going to be able to do it.
I'm just going to flop now.
Jinx her.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, Big T, here we go.
No pressure.
All right. This week, McDonald's announced that it's bringing back their Monopoly game. In Monopoly, how much do you get when you pass go?
Jen.
Roger.
Jen?
$200.
$200 is correct. Selena Gomez recently wore 3 separate wedding dresses on her wedding day, all designed by the same designer.
Danielle.
That designer, Danielle.
Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren is correct.
Oh, wow. Hey. Look at that.
I was going to go Benny Blanco.
A standard rainbow has 7 colors.
Wait. Sorry. Back that up.
A standard rainbow has 7 colors. What color is at the top?
Purple.
Jen.
Oh, wait. I know
I
this
think I heard Jen first.
Is it red?
Red is correct.
Okay.
Roy G. Biv, baby.
Roy G. Biv.
I'm going to learn the rules.
Wheel of Fortune this week had a $1 million winner. Who replaced Pat Sajak?
Frogger.
Danielle.
Frogger.
That would be Ryan Seacrest.
He cried.
Ryan Seacrest.
Come on, Seacrest, man up.
What was the first video game ever created?
Danielle.
Jen.
Danielle.
Oh, it's the snake. The Pong. I'm doing the Pong thing, and I said snake. But is it Pong? Is it Pong? Is it called Pong?
It is Pong. It is Pong.
I
Nice
said
pull.
snake, but I was doing Pong.
I understood what
She
the
pantomimed
animations were,
Pong,
yeah.
so let's give it to her.
Thanks.
Frogger, is your buzzer working?
Oh man, come on now.
Jeez.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking. What are Barack and Michelle Obama's daughters' names?
Jen.
No. She
Jen?
just changed it, too, didn't she?
Malika. No. Michaela? Michelle? I don't know.
Incorrect. Who do we have next, Froggy? Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh my gosh.
Um,
it's an M name.
Frogger.
Michaela?
Yeah, it was some.
I'm going to go with
close to that.
Jennifer and Sally.
No.
Okay.
Incorrect.
It's Michaela or something like that.
Okay, wait a minute.
Sasha,
Wait a minute.
Sasha and Malia.
And
Malia.
we're giving 1 point to producer Sarah, who was actually able to type that in and send it to me in the
type
time
it
that we were
faster than we
fumbling
could
it.
yell it, yeah.
Yep. Producer Sarah's got 1
Not
point.
surprised me one bit. What movie did Emma Stone win the Oscar for Best Actress starring alongside Ryan Gosling?
Jen.
Jen?
La La Land.
La La Land, great flick. What does Cinderella's fairy godmother turn into a carriage?
Frogger.
Frogger.
A pumpkin.
I just
A
never say
pumpkin.
the word. I say the answer, not my name.
Remember,
all over the place
contestants,
this
please
morning.
hit your buzzer
I
before
know.
answering.
Who's the founder of Facebook?
Frogger.
Jen.
Frogger.
Mark Zuckerberg.
The
Mark
twins.
Zuckerberg is correct. What was the name of the paper company that everybody worked for in the office?
Danielle.
Danielle?
I didn't say it out loud.
Okay.
Granton?
Frogger. Frogger.
That's the city they were in. Frogger, what do you got?
Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin. I have
Dunder
the
Mifflin.
Christmas sweater of that. That is so embarrassing. All right.
What is Sleeping Beauty's actual name?
Jen.
Oh, Danielle.
Jen?
I'll defer to our guest.
Well, she has
Okay,
two.
Danielle, go for it.
She has two. It's Aurora or Briar Rose.
Very nice. Good job.
Princess Aurora, correct.
And
it's
I know
Briar
she's
Rose.
correct. 2 points for that. That is extra credit. Holy
better
moly.
know.
Nice. What cheerleading movie did Gabrielle Union star?
Danielle.
Opposite of
Of course you
Danielle?
would.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Of course you knew that one.
He says with swagger.
He did
Delgado's
say
on the
that.
board.
He was a little too proud of that one. I bet you got the moves.
Oh, yeah.
It's already been brought in.
How many times was Elizabeth Taylor married?
Oh, Danielle.
Danielle?
I want to say 7. Is it
7
8?
is correct.
Oh, it's 7. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
She's got 7 rings, man, like Brady, right?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Or J-Lo.
I'll always remember that now.
Is that how you remember it?
Kind of.
I love it. What singer holds the record for the most Grammy nominations?
Frogger.
Frogger.
Oh,
It's not Babyface, is
Quincy
it?
Jones. No, he's a
Incorrect.
producer.
You said incorrect?
Yeah.
Correct.
Incorrect. on
Okay, so
Quincy Jones.
Danielle. Danielle,
What singer holds the record? Go ahead, Danielle.
is it Babyface?
Not Babyface.
Okay. I was gonna be
Andrew.
bad if it was.
Michael Jackson.
Andrew.
Oh.
Not Michael Jackson.
Oh. Come on,
Jen.
Come on, Jen.
Jen.
Tina Turner.
Oh.
Not Tina Turner. The Queen Bee has 88 nominations.
Wow.
Well, obviously, none of us are part of the Bayhive. The Beehive.
What basketball legend appeared alongside the Looney Tune characters
Danielle.
in the original Space? Danielle?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's correct.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Well, hold on, wait. Can we
You
get
said
into the
original.
Shazam conspiracy? Anyway,
Oh,
that's a whole different
it
thing.
was
Sorry,
made.
keep it going. Keep it going.
It was a thing.
It was Sinbad. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
5 minutes of fame. That's all I get. We no rabbit trails here.
Right?
Okay, sorry.
Which wrestler turned actor voices a character in Disney's
Danielle.
Moana movie?
The Rock. I just
That
jumped
is
in there.
It is The Rock. We'll give it to you. Which rapper did Kendrick Lamar take aim at in his
Andrew.
2020?
They not like us. Oh, come on. Are you serious
like
right
us,
now?
Frogger.
Oh, I
Who
heard
did he
you.
take after?
Drawing a
Andrew?
blank.
Oh, wow. They not like us.
Okay.
They not
Yeah,
like
I know.
us.
I know the
Okay,
song.
I'm going to
Hey,
say
Minor.
Puffy.
Hey, Drake.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there we go. Ah.
Close.
It was Drake. Andrew
Hey,
gets a
Drake.
point on that?
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Perfect. What movie is the line, "Say hello to my little friend"?
Frogger.
Danielle.
Frogger.
That was Scarface.
Scarface is correct.
Jeez, we got time for 2 quick ones.
Go,
Tony.
go, go, go.
All right. What Star Wars actor voiced the Joker in Batman?
Jen.
Andrew.
The animated series. Jen.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's correct. What historical document does Nicolas Cage's
Andrew.
character steal in Andrew?
The Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence.
With that, we got to tie it off because we just don't have the time for me to catch up to Danyelle. She smoked us today.
Sorry, Big T.
Smoked us. Wow. All right, we do have to wrap it up. Thanks for coming by, Big T. We always love it. Thank you to our guest this morning, Director of iLead Exploration, the premier home study program in Southern California, Julia Kim. Go to iLeadExploration.org for more information. Lead Academic Counselor for iLead Schools, Kathy Rosenast. Danyelle Sanders with Circle of Hope. Producer Sarah, Engineer Andrew, Engineer Jen, Big T, and thank you for listening. Remember, friends, life is hard, but we're all here to help each other along. So in order to do that, go to circleofhopeinc.org and attend their tea coming up. Be well, do good, and join us again next week and every Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. I am Matt Watson, and this is SCVi and iLead Schools Eye on the Valley on your hometown station, KHTS.